with 2.5 games under the belt, what have you thought of the offensive line combination as it is now?
We're struggling at times on certain looks. You got a lot of guys moved around. Once Afedi went down, we had the discussions about taking a red shirt away from Avery Genesee or London, or just putting any other guys in the mix. And at this point in the season and what we were playing for, we decided just to leave it alone and just make some adjustments up front. And the best way for us to have success is move Jarvis out there to left guard and just try to help him out as much as possible.
Go over to the left, Cease.
Jake, when you break down the pass to Claire, why did it not work? When you look on film, what happened?
Yeah, that was a play that we've been working on ever since day one. For that situation right there, game on the line, need to get a yard. There's a three-way option on it. You have the option of front side answers. We're rolling out to the quarterback's right. You got two receivers and a pass concept there. You have the ability to run the ball, and you also have a backside screen with Cam Clear. It was something that we all were prepared for. All the kids wanted it. It was the play that it was a situation that we prepared for, and to run that in. Kyle went through his first read. Speedy got caught up. They ended up playing over the top of it, came back, thought the screen would be good, backside. We just didn't execute it cleanly back there. Thought we could at least get a yard and get at least a fresh set of downs, if not score a touchdown.
So it was block, you didn't block back to the backside, is that why? The screen didn't block in the back?
Yeah, we didn't block it backside correctly.
To the right here, Gabe.
Where you are on Speedy right now is, you'd probably like to use him in a variety of different ways. You've had Tavon Austin in your offense. I'm not saying he's the same guy, but is a lot of that just how young he is and he's still learning routes? Can you take us through where he's probably going to be as his career continues to progress?
Yeah, you're going to see that role over the next few years evolve. He is young. He's still working through some things at the receiver position. I think we take advantage of the things that he does well. All right, and we've just moved from there. But he's working through a lot of stuff. The kid's going to be a very special player. He already is. He does a lot of things on special teams as well. So you don't see him go out at the beginning of drives at times because, he'll hit a big-time drive, a big-time kickoff return or a punt return because he's got that ability. But, he's just got to keep coming along. When there's certain play calls, right now you see that Kyle tends to lean to Josh right now at times because he's had the hot hand, and I think that changes periodically throughout the game on who's feeling or not. But Speedy, yeah, he's doing well. He's going to keep coming along, and you're going to keep seeing the role evolve once he becomes more familiar with the offense and the route running and the concepts.
Go to the left here, Zach.
During the game, mentioning the hot hand, it seemed like Trey Carson really had the hot hand running the ball. I know you didn't have a lot of success with the other guys. On the 3rd and 1 situation, did you think about perhaps Brandon Williams obviously got the ball, but in that kind of situation, if you had to do it over again, would you maybe put Trey in on the 3rd and short?
Most likely. That was kind of a unique play. We hit Ricky Sills out of bounds at about the 2-yard line to make it a 3rd and 1. So we tempoed into a play, keep the same guys on. We had them off guard. They delayed the spot there for a little bit. Went down, put the ball down. We snapped it and went. And you want to hit that when they're off guard with it. But probably thinking about it more, yeah, you probably want to have your back in the game at that situation, but we're still very comfortable with Brandon Williams and the capability of what he can do.
Sam, to the right.
How difficult is it to balance the running back rotation in terms of trying to go with a hot hand? What's your philosophy on how you rotate those guys in and out?
Yeah, right now they're on a four-play rotation, and we try to just work through things. Sometimes they stay out there longer based off of the success of the drive, and just move forward, just keep moving forward. We're there, just whoever's the hot hand at that time. But it's hard sometimes to get a grasp on who's going to be on or not. And if you look at the Auburn game, all 3 of them were on. So you just kept the rotation the same and let them take advantage of their opportunities. There's times where Trey Carson seemed to have the bigger plays at times in this past game, and there was times where Trey Williams got out on the perimeter, and made some guys miss and got a couple first downs. But it's tough to decide at times. But we got to keep going down and get these kids the opportunity to go out there and have their touches, and just hopefully we feed off of that.
All
I
right,
know you guys split the carries up fairly evenly. Do you guys ever consider maybe giving one guy, if he does have a hot hand, maybe 17, 20 touches?
We talk about it a lot. We do. There's a lot of other factors that go involved with just running the ball. We do a lot of things with the screen game and pass protection, so that has to be into play for a lot of things. If we're going to go out there and certain, if it's a certain point in the game where we need to throw the ball a lot, you might see a different guy in the game, just based off of the protection and his ability to run pass routes and his ability to catch the ball. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. When it comes down to running, it depends on how the drive goes. I can't tell you if I'm going to go out there and run it 5 times in a row or not. We just got to have a feel for it. And if we feel like we're going to be out there pass protecting a lot, we're going to have the right guys in there. If we're going to be throwing, you might have different guys. So it's just kind of a mix and match deal right now.
down to the right here, Gabe.
Being from Arizona, I'm curious, how often has Kyle played in the rain, and in particular with the Teddy Bridgewater glove, and how did you feel like you did, all things considered?
I didn't think it affected him at all. He never worried about it, which, being in Arizona, you always are in great weather majority of the time. But, it was something that we put in our kids' heads that it was going to be cold, it was going to be rainy. And, he came out the first practice that we had for Missouri, and he had the gloves. It's those NFL gloves that you see Peyton Manning wear on Sundays. And, we just started prepping him there, and he went a couple practices with the gloves, and he tended to like it. And, he didn't want to change anything up, so he just kept riding out with them. So you might even see him this week. We'll go out to practice today and let him, have the choice of throwing without the glove or with the glove. And, he'll just go with whatever makes him comfortable.
Go to the back, left.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about Josh Reynolds a little bit? He tied the single-season touchdown record last week. How has he played so well this year, and are you excited about his progression in the future years?
Yeah, for sure. What he's doing is pretty amazing. It's just to come in his first year, a junior college kid, overlooked. We got a steal out of that one. He comes in and he competes right away in the spring and he was a solid lock for that starting Z position, throughout spring ball all the way through fall camp, and goes out there and, from his work ethic and the way he approaches the game, it doesn't surprise me on how much success he's having out there. But he's going to keep getting better, and he's going to keep getting bigger. He's still young. We still got 2 more years with him after this, and hopefully he keeps producing the numbers and the touchdowns that he has right now, because the kid is a comfort zone for our quarterbacks, and we like to throw to him a lot because we know he's going to get open, we know where he's going to be, and we know he's going to make that play for us.
Anything else for Coach Spav? All right, Coach, thank you.